Hi guys, I'm Joanna Moffat and this is Next, a weekly vlog where I talk about singing and what's coming up next. You can follow me on Facebook at www.facebook.com/Joanna Moffat Soprano, Johanna Moffitt Soprano. Or you can follow my Twitter handle, it's at Joanna Moffat. Now you can see I've got my dogs around me today. They love it when I sit on the floor, so here we are. Dad said that I needed to change my background a little bit, so I've been thinking about where to sit in the house, and this is my little comfort nook. So I thought I would try this out and see what you think. On the 24th of February, I did the IDA statewide auditions. IDA is Illinois Theater Association. So I did their statewide auditions, and there were 23 companies present there at the time that I auditioned, including a composer friend of mine, which was really cool to see him there. I sang Climb Every Mountain, and I did a monologue from The Importance of Being Earnest by Oscar Wilde. So I just wanted to show my versatility. Climb Every Mountain is kind of a powerhouse number, so it was nice to show off the abilities of my voice in that way. I've got a little bit of sad news. I did not get the lyric chorus auditions this time around. Who knows? They could have not been looking for sopranos. They could have already had someone in mind. You never know with those auditions. So just keep sending good thoughts and prayers, and next year maybe I'll get the audition. This week I submitted for Lizzie, which is going to be performing on Broadway in Chicago in the fall. And Lizzie is a rock style musical with four front women singers. And it's all about the life of Lizzie Borden, and I really, really liked the music, so I wanted to submit and to audition. Now I had a cold at the time of the audition, so I thought it might be smarter for me to rest here and send a video submission, since they were really excited and since they were really looking for video submissions. So I did that, but the email came back to me, so I didn't get to submit for it. I'm really bummed because that show just seems so much fun, like so much fun and so cool. But I'm hoping that a chance to audition for it will come around again. Here's a little clip of me singing If You Knew, which is Annie's song that she sings to Lizzie. If you knew I've been watching you, if you knew I see everything you do, if you knew, could I still touch you? Would you let me comfort you? If you knew, the room is hot, the air is thick, and I can barely breathe tonight. Open the window, trim the wick. Oh, this cannot be right, for it seems to me a secret's just a lie. And Lizzie, no one knows the emptiness of lying more than if you knew that every night I dream of you. If you knew that in my dreams I come to you. If you knew, would you still touch me? Would you tell me everything? If you knew. Coming up next, I've got Lenten Evensong on March 12th at Holy Comforter, which is my old church I used to sing at for the last 2 years. I'm really excited to see my friends and to get to do some of the cool works that we're going to do. Lent is a time of reflection and care, and I really love the music that reflects that. It's always really contemplative, and for me that's just a really special way to spend, you know, my thought process, especially in song. Next Sunday, I've got an audition for Lonesome Losers of the Night, which is a musical that Theo Ubik did a few years ago, and they're doing it again this summer. And I'm really excited because Theo Ubik is in my neighborhood, and they are really, really renowned throughout the city for the productions that they do. It's a small theater, it's very intimate. So it'd be really fun to do this style of music in that setting. All of the music is by Jacques Brel, who, if you don't know, you should check him out. He's pretty awesome. That sort of balls to the wall French style singing that was really popular back then. So I really hope that this audition goes well. I really like the stuff that Theo puts out, so think a good thought for me. I'm heading to New York on the 22nd to visit a friend to see him in a show with Loft Opera, which is a Brooklyn opera company. I'm really excited. His name is Bernard Holcomb, and he's singing in Rossini's Otello, so that should be really incredible. I've never heard or seen the music, but you know, I love the story, so I'm going to really enjoy it. I'm excited because I get to see a few friends while I'm there, family, and also I get to meet the creative team behind Loft Opera. I think that their mission statement is similar to the one that we have for core productions. You know, we want to create an environment where people feel comfortable exploring a new art form. A lot of people are not familiar with opera or find it uncomfortable or maybe a little bit boring. So we want to make a place where it's something that's approachable, and I'm excited to see what they do with this show. And finally, coming up in March, the last Sunday, the 26th, at 9:30 a.m., we have our soloist Sunday at Northminster Presbyterian, and we're singing the Ricordare from the Mozart Requiem Mass. And it's so beautiful. I'm just so excited to get to sing this music. I've never done the Mozart Requiem solos before, so it's a really fun opportunity for me to get to sing some really gorgeous music with the other soloists who are so incredible. So if you are in the Chicago area and looking for something fun to do before brunch, that's the one. Now, this week I've been thinking a lot about the difference between auditioning for opera and auditioning for musical theater, since I did that big musical theater audition recently. For most opera companies, their style of hearing many artists at the same time is not that different from the musical theater statewide auditions I did. It's just what we prepare is different, you know? So I wanted to talk about the similarities and differences. So the similarities are you have to prepare something that shows off your acting and singing abilities, you know, in a very general way. And then if they ask for more is when you show those more specific things that your voice can do that are special to you. So for opera auditions, for example, I would probably bring in something big and lyrical and beautiful to show off the color and the quality of my voice, which I think is a big selling point for me. So I did the same thing at the theater audition. I brought a song that would show off the lyrical quality of my voice, the beautiful color, and the high notes that I can sing. So, you know, same. And then I contrasted the song with a monologue that was funny, something that would show off my character acting. So I would do the same thing in an opera audition. I'm probably going to start with something that's a little bit more reflective or sad, because that's a lot of what my voice type sings. But then maybe I follow it up with something funny or angry, so that, you know, they can see not just a different quality of singing, but also a variety of acting choices that I can show them. So that being said, the big differences are for opera auditions, you usually prepare up to 5 arias that show off different aspects of your voice, between different singing abilities and character choices, color choices, all kinds of things, and all kinds of different aspects of musicianship that are important. which I won't go into detail about now, but if you want to know more, I would be happy to make a video about that specifically. Then for musical theater, and sometimes for opera too, if they want to hear more from you, they'll call you into callbacks. So opera companies are funny. It's very rare in large auditions with opera companies for you to be called in for a callback. They'll either ask your agent or they'll ask you what your abilities are and say, okay, you can sing this aria, so I know that you can sing this other character and role, so I'm going to hire you for that. And then you say yes or no. But in musical theater, you know, when they hear you sing in these big auditions, then they call you back for other more specific characters. So I sang Climb Every Mountain, and so someone might be saying to themselves, oh, I bet she could sing this role in this musical. So I'm going to see if she can play that character well or not, and sing these specific things that I'm worried about. So, you know, it's not that that doesn't happen in opera, but it's much less common in my experience. That's next for this week. See you on Monday next.